Hey everybody, this is Matt with my Model Y adventure. We just got back about a week ago from a 4,000 plus mile road trip, visiting, I think it was 9 different national parks between the Chicago area where we left all the way down to Florida. And one of the kind of biggest lessons learned that I had from this trip was we struggled to keep the bottom of the car where your feet are, your floor mats in essence, clean from all of like the rocks and sand and debris and everything that we trekked into it as we got in and out the car. And I wish I had kind of looked into this before we left. I had reached out to Fanttik around here's kind of the struggles that we experienced. What do you have to help kind of solve for this? They were kind enough to send over one of their V10 Ultra Deluxe vacuum cleaners. This is kind of a portable handheld vacuum that you can even charge in your Model Y or other Tesla to help keep your car clean. So stay tuned and we'll go through kind of a little unboxing and then we'll look at the actual vacuum and put it to use to help clean some of the junk that's in my Model Y. So in the box here, there's kind of a user manual. Now this one is nice because it has a ton of accessories that are in here in addition to the actual vacuum. So pulling out, there's a charging cable in here. There's a base that you can mount the vacuum to charge. So that's where they kind of have some screws here. Over here, it looks like is one of their brush attachments. Some other brush attachments in the vacuum that are in these bags. So let me move those kind of out of the way. And then here's the actual vacuum. There's the mount stand. It looks like another brush attachment, and I think that's in the box, everything. So let me get everything kind of unpackaged here, and we can kind of go through what's included in this kit. So this is everything that's included in this kit. You have kind of your base charger that you can stand the vacuum in if you wanted to, put it in like a laundry room or something, or an entry room from your garage to charge it. There's also that USB-C cable that you can use to actually just keep it in your car, which is what I'm going to do. Probably just keep it in my frunk. It also includes kind of this attachment here that you can use to help brush, things maybe on the carpet in your trunk or your seats or anywhere else. There's also these little brushes. This one is a very fine, flexible material, almost like a paintbrush. This one is a lot more rigid, kind of what I guess you'd find in your standard vacuum cleaner that you would have at your home. A little brush to help kind of clean, some of your tools or attachments that come with it. It also includes another filter, which any vacuum I've bought doesn't. So it's nice to kind of see that here. And then the actual vacuum cleaner. I'll put kind of on the screen, probably around here, kind of what the weight of this is. I need to look it up, but it's not that heavy. And kind of some of the nice things is this yellow button, you can use this to kind of lock it into various positions. So let me you can lock it into here. So maybe you wanted to vacuum at this angle, you can hold it down. Maybe you want to vacuum at this angle, and it doesn't move once you kind of lock it in the position, which is great to see. And I should also add the other attachment is kind of this long wand here. You have your usual dustbin that you can remove to empty out when it gets full. So let me actually get this charged up, and then I'll show you kind of using it in my Model Y, how I use it to clean up everything that's off the floor. And you'll be able to see for yourself how well this thing actually performs. So I remembered, or I was watching back my footage, and in the intro I said we got back a week ago. I misspoke. We got back yesterday, and I finished unpacking everything in the car. And this was kind of how at least the front passenger seat looks right now. The footwell, I should say. So I have the vacuum here. Now, the nice thing is it's got a little LCD kind of display right here, but it also has, when you power it on, there's a power button here, a little light that's kind of, you can see it right there. It's at 40% charge right now. There's also 2 different modes. kind of a regular one and then like a really high one. So let's kind of see how this does. There's some, I think these were crackers or chips that my wife was eating. And I'm trying to do this so you can see in the lights. Doing an awesome job. It's actually pretty powerful picking up all these crumbs and the leaves. So that did a pretty awesome job. Let me put on the attachment here. Oh, not attachment. You can actually extend this. I forgot to mention this before. This can come out to give you some extra length. I put on the stiffer brush on here to help with kind of cleaning up the crumbs that are down here. But with just spending was at 20 seconds, nearly every crumb, let me move out of the light here so you can see, nearly every crumb that was down there was picked up. But then you can also do things, you can kind of see in the corner, hopefully back over there, just some, various crumbs and just debris that's in the seats. Using the fine brush that's over here will help clean this up without damaging or, hurting your seats. I haven't even looked at my son's seat yet. We tried, luckily, when we were staying with some family, they had a vacuum, like a shop vac that I was able to use because there was, and you can even see it back here, there's just so much junk and stuff from my son who's 5 years old that just gets accumulated back here. I was able to use a shop vac at their house to clean up the back seat here because I can't tell you how many goldfish and chips and crumbs. There was even some like gummy, fruit snacks, was the word I was thinking of, that was just down here that my son just completely destroyed the back seat there. So this thing is working awesome. So let me switch over to kind of the soft bristle brush here to kind of show you. It just slides out. Oh, let me move the camera up here. This just slides out, like it doesn't lock into position or anything. So let's try the lower setting here. That's working awesome. Cleaning out everything on the seats. You can see everything's cleaned out. It's nice because it's even small, so it can fit into like the cup holder area. I cleaned out everything. I know these look like crumbs and stains, but these are just from, I think, some drinks that we spilled a little bit in here. But crumb-wise, I think there might be a little bit over here that just videoing and vacuuming aren't working out at the same time. But hope that gives you a good idea of kind of the power of this thing and portability and use. On the back here is the port for charging, USB-C. So you can plug this into here. Let me try to do this one-handed. There we go. So it's got the USB. Come on, Matt. You can do it one-handed. There we go. The USB-C port right here. So if you have a USB-C cable, you can plug it into like the, down in here, your ports for USB-C. I know like on my control bar that I just put a video out on, there's a USB-C power port in there. Or if you wanted to use the included USB-C to USB-A or USB-B, I don't remember the terminology, but the bigger USB side, using like that the port in here to be able to help with that. All great options to be able to charge your vacuum. It was shipped to me, was it 40%, I think it was, and now it's at 35. So it came about halfway charged, so I was able to use it kind of right away to show you everything. But let me see about cleaning and showing you how the, oh, this will focus, there we go. The dustbin and everything works to help clean it out. And I wanted to demonstrate that this Fanttik vacuum is not just for your car. You can use it for things around the house. So I have 2 Huskies. You can see here, this is one of our dog's favorite spot to kind of lay during the day or, you know, sleep in. And I have the kind of attachment on that should hopefully help with cleaning up some of this hair. So I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to use like kind of the higher speed mode. You kind of see it's making a nice hole here, kind of where the hair was. Moving over here. So you don't need to watch the whole thing, but you know, for a pretty big area of dog hair, which isn't always the best to get out of fabric material, this thing's doing a heck of a job. So let me kind of finish vacuuming the chair, and I'll kind of just show you a before and after. So in literally, you know, under a minute is really what this took. Worked great. I was able to help clean up all of the dog hair. Some things that I think could be improved is when you're using the vacuum, especially going with kind of a back and forth manner, more so on a couch, the extended part here, sometimes it would pull itself out. And then even twice, this kind of attachment came off. So maybe some way to lock this into position here so you don't have that option for it to kind of extend or retract. And then separately, you know, because these just push in, some type of way that you can kind of click and lock it into place like you might see in a traditional vacuum. Obviously, this is just a handheld portable vacuum, not a full-on, you know, home vacuum or things like that. So not necessarily a deal breaker, but it did pick up all of the hair and it did a pretty good job. So I'm in my kitchen, and you can just simply do one of 2 things. One is there's this gray knob here that you can just pull up. It opens, you can just dump everything into the garbage. So let me go ahead and do that here. All the crumbs and everything in there. So that's one way you can do it. And then the separate way is you can actually press here and twist. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Let me try. And you can take the whole little vacuum apart. And here's where kind of that one filter goes to be able to put a new one in. You can wash the filter as well, which is a great option to help keep it clean, but extend the life of the filter. I don't think I can pull it out one-handed here. Oh, there we go. But that little brush that I was showing earlier, you can actually use that to clean the filter, to help get rid of some of the dust or, you know, junk that gets sucked into it as you're kind of vacuuming. So I'll put a link in the description of where you can pick up your own V10 vacuum from Fanttik. Again, I want to give them a shout out that they sent this over to me to review, to give my honest kind of thoughts and feedback on it. I wish I had this before we left for our road trip. Again, this was the V10 Ultra Deluxe by Fanttik. The link is in the description below. Thanks, everyone. This was Matt with My Model Y Adventure.